Elena's life looked perfect from the outside. She was a therapist helping others find hope. Her flat was spotless, her routines precise. Morning runs, polite smiles, fresh bread on Saturdays. Clients left her office lighter, grateful for her guidance. She was the expert, the helper, the one with all the answers. But this was only half the story. The tidy life was a mask, a shield she wore every day. Behind closed doors, exhaustion crept in. She poured herself into others, but came home empty. The silence in her flat was deafening. She was the healer who couldn't heal herself. The helper who was quietly becoming sick. And nobody, not a single person, had any idea. The perfect picture was just a performance. Depression crept in quietly for Elena, a slow leak, not a storm. She lost joy in her routines. Runs became chores, coffee lost its taste, music faded. She told herself it was just tiredness, burnout, but the shame was heavy. How could a therapist struggle like this? She hid it, working harder, smiling brighter, isolating herself. The voice in her head turned critical. You're not good enough. Sleep became both escape and torment. Getting out of bed was a daily battle. She cancelled plans, avoided friends, and retreated into loneliness. Being around happy people hurt. She was surrounded by others, yet utterly alone. The cracks were invisible to everyone but her. She was an island, drifting further away. The war inside her head was relentless, and she was determined no one would ever see it. The dark thoughts started as whispers. Maybe it would be easier if it all just stopped. At first, she pushed them away, but they grew louder, more convincing. Depression told her this pain was forever, that the world would be better off without her. On a grey Tuesday, after helping a client, she felt only emptiness. The bridge became an escape route, not a landmark. She planned quietly. Dusk, fewer people, a simple note in her mind. The therapist part of her was silent, drowned by despair. That evening she left her flat, not looking back. She walked through the city, invisible, focused only on the bridge. Each step was heavy with sadness, light with relief. She was a ghost in her own life. The city lights blurred through her tears. She was on her way to the edge. Elena reached the bridge as the sky turned purple, city lights flickering. She gripped the railing, ready to let go. Then a soft sniffle. She wasn't alone. A young man, Leo, stood nearby, lost in his own pain. She saw herself in his posture, his haunted eyes. For the first time in months, she felt a flicker of connection. The therapist in her was gone. Only the human remained. She broke the silence. It's cold out here. Leo, startled, nodded, unable to speak. You too? She asked softly. He nodded again, a tear rolling down his cheek. In that moment, her walls crumbled. They were just two people, sharing the same edge. The crushing loneliness eased, just a little. Sometimes the presence of another is enough. They didn't try to fix each other. Instead, they talked. Elena asked his name, Leo. He shared his pain, feeling like a burden, a failure. Elena listened, not as a therapist, but as someone who understood. She told him her truth. I help people for a living and I feel like I'm drowning. The honesty was freeing. Leo listened, offering empathy, not judgment. They talked for hours, their words a fragile lifeline. As dawn broke, the sky softened and the city glowed. It didn't erase their pain, but they weren't alone anymore. Connection had pulled them back from the brink. Sometimes it's a stranger who saves you. Elena and Leo walked off the bridge together into a new day. If you feel lost, know this: you are not alone. Hope can be found even in the darkest places.